The Bonneville Shoreline Trail has been under construction for 30 years. Join me, Brandon Plewe, and my son Spencer as we hike the 200-mile length of the BST to learn about its past, present, and future, and explore the landscape of this boundary between the city and the wilderness. Well, good morning. We're here at the point of the mountain in Draper. Draper's one of the few cities along the Wasatch Front that has completely finished its section of the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. So we're actually going to split it up into a couple of days here. Today we're going to be hiking from here at the point of the mountain to Corner Canyon, kind of along the south side of Draper, and then we'll finish up getting to Sandy in the next episode. It's actually kind of nice to be walking on the old Bonneville shoreline for once, after all the up and down we seem to do. The paragliding park here is preserved as a state park, and so there's not going to be any development out here, so it's kind of a nice natural area here overlooking the city. Well, it looks like this is the end of the trail, so we're going to head back. You know, I actually remember the day when you could drive all the way across the point of the mountain, but no more. Boy, the high-tech office buildings of Silicon Slopes are multiplying like rabbits down there. And there's the prison right in the middle of it. You know, when they built that state penitentiary in the 50s to get out of Sugar House, where it was getting crowded, this was the middle of nowhere, and there was nothing out here to be near it. And now look at it. In fact, they're just moving it now. So I think they just finished construction on the new state penitentiary up near the airport. And pretty soon they're going to be moving everybody up there. And then they're going to redevelop all of that property there. And my guess is the $1 billion price tag to build the new prison is going to be dwarfed by the amount of money they'll make on this development down here. Old timers will remember the Widowmaker Hill climb that used to happen here every year, when the motorcycles would come out and try their luck at making it all the way up to the top of the ridge. Few did, until in the early 90s, as development got closer, they shut it down and haven't done it since. It actually restarted recently, the event, but now it's up in Weber Canyon near Morgan. I am eternally grateful to cities like Draper that have put a lot of effort into trying to find a balance between allowing private property owners to develop their property and preserving open space. It's a little weird here being right in people's backyards, but it's better than not having this trail at all. You know, Draper's worked really hard to preserve open space corridors out here, but it does make the trail cumbersome in some places. We've had to climb quite a bit to get over a cliff right here. And now we're gonna have to drop all the way down there. You can see the trail going down around that subdivision, and it's gonna have to climb, we have to go back up to get around that next subdivision and the golf course there before we get out there to the temple. Well, we've come down off the mountain. We're back on the bench now, which means we're back into some really nice 18,000-year-old beach sand. In fact, this whole area looks a lot like a beach. It's so sandy. 15, 20 years ago when this trail was brand new. Looks like there was a pretty substantial scar in the hillside here, like there's on a lot of new construction on these steep slopes, but look how nicely it's grown back in. Even the oak and the maple, that bodes really well for a lot of new trails. Well, I have to say, that could be the best section of Bonneville Shoreline Trail we have hiked yet. As opposed to a lot of the version 1 trail we have in Utah County that's on old fire break roads and such. This has all been well designed, it's all well built, and it had time to grow back, so it's in a very natural state. You feel like you're in the wilderness even though you're right in the middle of subdivisions and such. There's even some water, so what more could you ask for?